Dato, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for making your time to be with us today for the announcement and press conference for the International Journal of Business Events and Legacies. The time now is 2:20. This is a hybrid event, so we also have our friends from Malaysia, Asia Pacific, Europe, and the rest of the world joining us. So to begin, let me introduce you to our guests today. We have Yang Berhormat Dato Sri Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, the Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Sarawak. We have Madam Amelia Rosamond, CEO of Business Events Sarawak. We have Professor Andreas Zins, who is the IJBEL Editor-in-Chief and also the Dean of Curtin University, Malaysia. Professor Dr. Jamil bin Haji Hamali, Rector of University Technology Mara, or UITM Sarawak. Associate Professor Dr. Hiram Ting Hong Yu, Chairman of Sarawak Research Society. And in this room, we also have Associate Professor Dr. Margaret Chan Kip Yok, who is a board member of Business Events Sarawak. The board member of Business Events Sarawak as well, Madam Audrey Wan Ulok. We also have the Advisory Council, editors, partners, and authors of IJBEL's papers, researchers, members of industry and media joining us in person and virtually. So once again, thank you so much for being part of our event. So we are going to begin with the announcement made by the Honourable Dato Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good afternoon. Puan Amelia Rosamond, the CEO of Business Events Sarawak. Professor Andreas Zins, the Editor-in-Chief of IJBEL, was also the Dean of Curtin University, Malaysia. Professor Dr. Dato Jamil Hamzah, Director of UITM, Associate Professor Dr. Hiram Ting, the Chairman of Sarawak Research Society, Associate Professor Dr. Margaret, board members of Business Events Sarawak, Madam Audrey, board members of Business Events Sarawak, so Advisory Council, editors, partners, and authors of IJBEL papers, researchers, members of the well, congratulations to Business Events Sarawak, Curtin University, Malaysia, as well as UITM and Sarawak Research Society for publishing the first issue and volume of the International Journal of Business Events and Legacies, which is also known as IJBEL. IJBEL. This is the world's first academic journal focusing on business events and legacies, where events and tourism practitioners, researchers, and students can gain an understanding of the industry from a multidisciplinary perspective. Currently, there are 44 editors and advisors from 15 countries, lending their expertise and resources to kickstart the journal's road to success. To indicate how valuable IJBEL is in creating partnership, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the International Congress and Convention Association in June at IMEX Frankfurt, Germany, to make them our exclusive international association partner. IJBEL is an important piece of literature for Sarawak. It is helping the Sarawak government achieve a few of the post-COVID-19 development strategy 2030 strategic trust by targeting specific economic sectors and enablers under the PCDS or post-COVID development strategy enabler of education and human capital. IJBEL is helping to optimize Sarawak's human capital and produce an agile workforce that can excel globally. This also includes promoting entrepreneurship. The second is the PCDS enabler of innovation, where the journal is leveraging research and commercialization to drive global innovation. And third is the PCDS enabler of sustainable development, where research is used to make economic activities more environmentally friendly that can achieve global recognition. In addition to PCDS, IJBEL is also achieving number 4 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, which is quality education, and number 17, which is partnership for the goals. This journal is proving to be an effective platform to reach out to various business event communities around the world and form collaboration on micro as well as macro scales. Well, a very well done, everyone who are involved. On this note, I would like to thank members of the advisory board and everyone who has played their role in producing and publishing this important journal. Congratulations once more to Business Event Sarawak for engaging 13 University Malaysia to set up, develop, and manage IJBEL, to ITM, and also Sarawak Research Society and strategic partners, to our exclusive international association partner, the International Congress and Convention Association, and everyone from the business event community near and afar for successfully publishing issue number 1 of volume 1 of the International Journal of Business Event and Legacies. Congratulations. I highly encourage you to download a free copy of IJBEL on IJBEL website and take a look at how the papers can help you to deliver better. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the Minister for those words. And now I would like to invite a few of our guests to share some additional keynotes and also some few words. So to Professor Andreas, do you have anything to share with us?
Thank you. I'm honored to be here today on this momentous point in time. We have been working more than a year on that, and today we can go public, so to speak. And I thank first of all my Dato Abdul, Karim, Rahman, Hamzah, Tourism Minister. In short, I know you are in charge of quite a number of big chapters, but they are all related. And I think this is one of the also common things that unites us a bit in this endeavor, because it's not a small place. It's crossing over when we talk about legacy. And I think it's in the right hand that you are the patron of this journal, which is probably a bit unusual in the academic journal landscape. However, I have to say it is appropriate, because what I've seen, I have to apologize, I'm young in Sarawak, but I learned already quite some things. But Sarawak is indeed a thought leader, not only in the tourism field, it goes beyond, and this is good. So in terms of innovation, in terms of growth in all areas, not only economic growth. And this makes it very convincing that the ministry join forces also in the wider area of, say, supporting education. And we are not talking only on primary schools or universities, but we educate, or we try to contribute to both sides, learn from the practitioners and learn from the academics. So this is my first acknowledgement to the minister and our patron of the journal. Of course, I also want to mention all of the board members and supporters. First of all, our CEO, Amelia Roseman, Professor Dato Dr. Jamil Hamali from UITM, together with our also member of the editorial board, Associate Professor Dr. Margaret Chan Hyok, and our representative and leader of the Sarawak Research Society, Associate Professor Dr. Hiram Ting. And last but not least, all our board members that are partially online today, they could not come in person. But among them, Madam Audrey and Ulof as a representative of the industry. So I finished for the moment. Maybe there are questions later on the content and on the development. I can answer later. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Professor Andreas. And next, Amelia Rosamond.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, YT Dato Sri Haji Karim, distinguished guests, media, and all friends, that attended the press conference and virtually and also here. Well, a short note on, I would like to share why IJBEL means progress, for the business events sector in general. Our visions, for business event sector is to develop the sector through legacy-driven, sustainable events with tech-savvy providers as the driving force. After COVID, the world is changing. We are changing. I think a lot of sectors are changing too, and the changes are very fast. So the mindset and attitudes are also needs to change. So therefore, the things that are being done also needs to be changed. So previously, as you know that, whenever we talk about business events, at the end of the day, one important question that we'll always ask, how many delegates? But no one really asks on, what are the impact of those events to Sarawak or to any destination that hosted the events. So this is why, we want to be able to measure and to prove, the impact of business events in terms of leaving the legacy, to the destination host. So we are learning the importance of innovations in our event, creating something new that can grow our events, our delegate attendance, and also make event impact more meaningful and relevant. So IJBEL is designed for us to learn how others are doing it, so that we can apply their concept, practices, and create our own. So this journal is not only open to Malaysian or Sarawak yet. It's to every destinations, every convention bureau, every practitioner or event planner around the world. So on the first journal, Prof. Andreas, how many peppers do we have? 5, 10 peppers. So as you can see on the first journal, we already have 10 peppers. That prove that business events, it works more than just bringing the delegate number. It has the impact. So IJBEL also, for us, is sending a very strong message about collaboration. So IJBEL creates an opportunity for everyone to collaborate in different skills, excellent platform for cross-sector collaboration too. So what this means for the industry, be it in Sarawak, Malaysia, or other destination, is that we can move forward and progress the way we want to, and with reliable information and data in our hands. Previously, whenever we talk about there is an intangible, value of business event. What is it? People would think about it's only CFR, but it was more than that. How it impacts sector, the community, politics, environment, and etc. etc. So, of course, this is our first journal. We are very proud of it, and I would say that it's such a big success. And this success, we can't achieve it without Perth University Malaysia, led by Prof. Andreas, especially, the strong business school in Australia. They have expertise to develop and manage the content, ensure it meets the international standard for publishing. And to our strategic partner, UITM, Associate Prof. Dato Dr. Jamil bin Haji Hamali, and, who gave us a lot of advice and guidance throughout the process. And another strategic partner is our Sarawak Research Society, who help to link us, to their network and researchers throughout Sarawak. And of course to ICA. ICA is stands for International Convention and Congress Associations. It's based in Amsterdam, and I think it has members from all over the world. ICA is our exclusive international association partner for their endorsement and for helping us to connect with industry experts. We are looking forward to more development in the future with ICA. And of course, not to forget the ministry and especially Dato Karim for believing in business event. That business event can bring Sarawak, to the next level in any way, even for any sector. Yeah, that's all from me. And just want to share one more thing. Official launch of IJBEL will be on the 30th November at Business Events Tribal Meet Assembly. So everyone is invited. All right, that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Amelia. Now we have another message from Senthil Gopinath. He's the CEO of ICA, but unfortunately he cannot be with us today. So he did leave us a very special video message.
Hi, everybody. I'm Senthil, the Chief Executive of ICA, and I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the leadership of Sarawak government on their continuous support and recognition on the business events industry. Together with BE Sarawak, especially our great friend Amelia, Curtin University, and IJBEL Advisory Editorial Board, media friends, and the industry colleagues, ICA is delighted and excited to witness the launch of the first issue of the International Journal of Business Events and Legacies. We believe the collaboration with IJBEL is a substantial development, especially in the new business events environment, by providing optional platforms in knowledge sharing. Together, we can achieve greater results and elevate the development of the business events industry to the next level, regionally, nationally, and of course, globally. ICA, as the global meetings community leader and knowledge hub for the International Association meetings industry, offers extensive networks to be able to contribute a very high level of content to the journal. The ICA community, with more than 1,100 member companies across and organizations across 5 regions, can furnish business events, researchers, and industry practitioners with multidisciplinary perspectives, real-world case studies, and learnings, all to enrich the international BE industry knowledge economy. And at the same time, IJBEL also serves as an additional platform for destination showcasing. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for taking this great initiative forward. As our theme at ICA Congress 2022 is Together we can achieve more to elevate our industry and develop legacies within our industry and around our community. Wish you all the very best. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much to Senthil. And next, I would like to invite UITM Director, Professor Dato Dr. Jamal, to share a couple of words with us.
Thank you very much. Actually, I was not born with but anyway, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Ministry, the Minister, Rahman, Karim, Hamzah, of Tourism, Culture, Industry, and Performing Arts, for involving UITM and getting, of course, the other members to be part of this historic event. This is the first international journal on business event and legacies. So we are very honored to be part of this team. And definitely this is part of our journey. Actually, our Vice Chancellor have indicated to us that we are on a journey that we call the global, we want to be globally renowned university by the year 2030. So this is a very good, what we call, mechanism for us to reach that particular, destiny. So thank you very much again for this opportunity.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Hiram, do you have any words that you'd like to share?
Thank you for this. Yep, thank you for this opportunity. To see Dato Abdul Karim, there are so many occasions we can meet, and this is definitely one of them. So it's an honor to be involved and to coordinate with Putih University, Business Events Sarawak, UITM, and many partners in developing and now announcing the publication of IJBEL Volume 1, Issue 1. As an academic researcher myself, journal has always been a strategic publication. In fact, it is more than just a publication. Whatever that is said, that is done, it's important to document it, so that people can read, information can be disseminated to wider audience, and to do it together with the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, industry partners, I believe makes it a lot more significant. Perhaps most people would think journal is an academic product. We learned that knowledge is not only generated from the academics, it is also generated by the industry players. We learn a lot from the industry, from our business partners, and this journal serves as a platform where ideas, knowledge can converge. And there's so much we can share, we can learn from one another, and we're not limited to, personnel in Sarawak. In fact, this is an international journal where we can learn from one another. So I would like to say congratulations to all the editorial board members, the authors, the reviewers, all the personnel behind the scene. This is a good start, and I believe together we can develop the journal stronger, and more importantly, knowledge, information pertaining to business events and legacies can be further disseminated to wider audience to benefit all the relevant stakeholders. So thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hiram. And finally, Dr. Margaret and Madam Audrey, do you have any words that you'd like to share as well?
Thank you very much, Rose, for giving me this opportunity to say a few words. I like to thank Business Event Sarawak for giving me this opportunity to be part of this historical or inaugural International Journal of Business event. And it has been also provided me documentation of my journey being involved with business event, I think starting from Sarawak Convention Bureau, growing with them to come up with this new brand of business event Sarawak. And I was also one of the researchers in coming out with designing the business event legacy impacts, the 5 pillars, and I'm very proud to be one of those researchers. It has been a very big challenge because it is one of the pioneer initiative of trying to get impact of conventions or business event to be measurable. And I think I'm brave enough to say that Sarawak business event is the first probably organization to deliver a legacy impact with these 5 pillars aligned to the digital economy of Sarawak and aligning to this United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And many that I met through conventions have told us that intangible benefits of conventional bureau cannot be measured. It's difficult to measure, and it can only be testimonial based. But we have proved it, and I'm also proud to be the author, co-authoring with my research colleague to publish this first case study of legacy impact with the indicators provided. And I hope that this will progress, and many other convention bureau will follow suit to be measured and to give this tangible effect to the importance of this event, not just to the economy of Sarawak, but also as a knowledge hub for everybody, for the industrial players and for the economy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rose. On behalf of the members of the private sector, Sarawak Tourism Federation, I would like to say big thank you to the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, particularly our Minister, for the support of this journal. And also, I think this will be good with that we share it together with other industry. It shows the best practices of the industry, and that they can actually see how their involvement, be it if they're accommodating whatever the different sectors of the industry play in business events, how they can impact and how their contributions can make an impact to the whole GDP of the state. So I will definitely share this together with our members so that we can better understand and we can work in tandem together with the direction that the ministry is setting for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much to Madam Audrey. So those were some additional words and keynotes from the perspective of government, university, research and industry. So now we are going to open the floor for questions from the media. So you may raise your hand and you may proceed with the questions. We may have covered this very well.
The members of the media, just like me, initially I feel, but then now I'm beginning to understand business event that members took over tourism. Just like the event, when you say tourism, tourism small, tourists. Then I'm not here. The extra which has always been positive.
Okay, so then how would you expect the event works? Yes.
Anyone from my vision. You see, the way I see it, tourism is not just about coming over to do shopping, looking at the culture, looking at the interesting sports. There is another area which is also very, very important business event. That's how I look at it. And business events, somehow, that's from my own outlook. Business events somehow relates to conferences, how to build up sustainability, and I think the media has got a big role to play also about it, because you are the one who will be writing. If there is this misperception about tourism, probably because there was not really enough explanation to those people. And that's why I'm very happy to see this first journal where those in the industry, they can learn something out of it. So I was asking Professor Elliot, when is the second issue going to be out? So he said, there's going to be 2 issues in a year. So it's good. And I'm very, very happy to see that business events now helping out initiate something like this, which brings us to the forefront. And I'm very, very happy we've got a very big, strong partners down here, those from the university, our research, right, and then the industry players are also helping out. So I believe it's not just South kids who will be benefiting, the whole world will be benefiting from all this. That's maybe you might be able to explain more. How are you going to explain to the public?
I think you've explained quite well. I'm just gonna add on a little bit more information. Basically, I think first, we need to understand, the start. What is business event? So whenever we talk about business events, people may think about conventions. There are 4 segments under business events, which is convention, exhibitions, corporate meetings, and corporate incentives. So corporate incentive, is quite straightforward because it's so much more relevant to the leisure tourism. And business events, when it comes to corporate meetings, exhibitions, and convention, this is where the impact of the events when it's being held in the destination. People look at it in one way. The one that I said earlier is how many delegates? 500, 1,000, because that numbers contribute to tourism. Now, what this journal does is that this journal shows the proof that they are an impact that beyond tourism. So I give you an example. When we won the bid for the World WICT, World Innovations Technology for 2030, it has 2,500 delegates. People are excited. They are excited because of the 2,500, but they have not seen the impact of that conference going to make to Sarawak, because Sarawak government are talking about digital economy, and WCIT is the prestigious congress on digital economy. So when you bring the investor, the researcher, the practitioner are in Sarawak, how will it impact our economy, the growth of digital economy here? It depends with the, what is the alignment or what are the objectives of the Sarawak government. So we're not talking about one conference. There's a lot of conferences, there's a lot of exhibitions, a lot of corporate meetings. So in compilations of what is in here, it's not just from Sarawak, it's from everywhere in the world. Because at the end of the day, if we are going to change the perspective on to think of what business event is, we can't do it alone. So that's why IJBEL is very important, because it will be a platform for every destination to showcasing the impact, the issue, the challenges, the opportunity that they have in their own destinations. Yeah. So I think it's simple enough already.
But business event is a very important part of tourism. So some people don't get it as good, but then it is very important. Anyone who comes in for conferences or any of the business event program, they will have to stay in hotel, will have one under which and that contributes to the tourism.
That's correct. Business events contribute to tourism, but business events also contribute to other subsectors. If it's like what I said, WCIT, it contributes to digital economy. So if we have a conference on agriculture, it will contribute to agriculture. But all of the conference, it doesn't matter what sector it is, the tourism will always, benefit from it too. So basically, business event is for everyone. Yeah, but when it talks about categorizing, which sector do we send? Business event is its own sector, but but we are with the tourism, because we still want to be under the ministry have been very supportive, and I think the journal will be one of the initiatives in developing business event as its own sector.
That was a very thorough answer. You happy with that? Okay, that's great. Anyone else with any other questions?
Memandangkan kita ke arah ekonomi digital menjelang 2030, apakah kita mempunyai perancangan untuk mengadakan smart tourism? Smart tourism di mana ia menggunakan lebih ke arah inovasi dan juga teknologi terkini lah untuk untuk real experience kepada turis yang datang ke tempat.
Actually, without realizing it, what we are doing every day, whether we are traveling, whether we are ordering food, we are already in that field of smart tourism. When you want to travel to Kuala Lumpur, now you don't go to Mas office or Asia office. Everything is done on the phone. Yeah. Apart from that, when you come down here, or even before you travel to another country, or before visitors from other countries come to Sarawak, Malaysia, they would have definitely go down to the Google, looking into how is that country, how is the weather, where are the interesting places, what are the kind of food, where should they go if they are just traveling or going for 3 or 4 days. And that to me is already going into the digital era. That is already going into smart tourism. That's how I see it. I can't see any way it can be smarter. Yeah. So we are already slowly going into that. I still remember those days in the 70s where you want to travel. You don't have this opportunity. If you want to go to China or you have to go to Japan, you have to look up the encyclopedia, you have to go to the library. What is there to offer in China or in Japan? Now everything is here. So the way I see it, the world is moving very fast, and actually sometimes you did not even have to travel. You can feel that you're in a certain place. Probably one day they might just use that, let's go to Polo. They can feel it in UK or they can feel it in Singapore. Just by using that. But then, of course, there's nothing better than physically being in a certain place. All those websites, all those apps, every country, including Sarawak, Malaysia, we do have it. Visitors that come down here, they can download all those apps to see where you can get Sarawak Laksa, where you can get where are the interesting places in and around Kuching if you are in Kuching. So it's all there. What we need to do is just to improvise and put in more data into it. That's how I look at it. Probably the others might want to answer.
Thank you so much, Dr. Finn. Thank you so much for the question. Just want to add, when you talk about the smart tourism, so in the perspective of business events, it's even written in the academic paper and industry papers. It was submitted about how the digitalization, is it face to face is still the thing, or do we want to keep meeting online? I think the answer is here today that we are still meeting physically. I remember even before the pandemic, people are talking about digitalization. What are the future of business event? Are people still going to meet or not? But then, when pandemic happened, everything had accelerated. Everybody meeting online, you have no choice. But now people are back to face because there's nothing beat face to face. I can't imagine you want to get married and you want to do it online, with the hologram. Honeymoon with your husband, or like even meeting your friends, or in a conferences, go traveling. We still believe in face to face, but it does not mean that business events reject the digitalization technology. We believe that technology and digitalization can enhance the experience of the delegates. This is where this event will collaborate with the tourism, like smart tourism. It enhances the experience of delegates when they come to the destinations. So it also can enhance the experience of the organizer. For example, when you come into the conference, previously you use Excel, what's your name? And you use Excel and they find your name. But now it's either face recognition or you just use QR code. There's so many other things, to ensure the experience of the events planner are better. So all in all, technology is very important, but it cannot replace, the human touch. All right, that's all from me. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions before I slowly close off the press conference? Ada lagi soalan? Lagi? Okay, so that's going to be the end of our Q&A. We're going to move forwards now with a token of appreciation. And this comes from Professor Andreas to the Minister. So, Professor, if you'd like to get yourself ready. So since the Minister is so interested in the International Journal,
Okay. Then I'll give it.
Okay, so the Minister is interested in the journal, which is why he is now receiving 3 copies of the International Journal of Business Events and Legacies, Issue 1, Volume 1. Now, this is the world's first international journal of its kind, and it is a significant piece of work to preserve our knowledge in permanent records of research. So this tool is useful for industry students, practitioners, researchers, and policymakers to understand the relationship between hosting business events and its correlating activities such as management, economics, and entrepreneurship. So congratulations to everyone. Please show your books. Proudly show them. So we will take a short moment for a photo op. I also need one more. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Thank you. So just before we close off, just to let you know, the journal is free and it's available for download at IJBEL.businesseventsarawak.com or IJBEL.businesseventsarawak.com. It's under the publication tag. So I'm going to end the announcement right now. Refreshments are being served on the outside, so please feel free to take a sip for yourself. Thank you so much for coming, and hopefully we'll see you again.